Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? I'm excellent. So, I figured I would give you guys a small read, nothing major. I surely am not. I'm just going to do a splice and give you whatever the first three cards are. And they're oracles. So, right. Yes, Secret Desires does reads as well. How are you? Secret Desires, all right. But I'm back to, being that beautiful, sexy Caribbean chick I was born to be. I mean, DJ National. So they say, right. So what we have here, right? We have lightning. We have procrastination. Some sluggishness. But there's some bravery as well. What is going on? What's going on, man? Like, let's see what's going on. Let's stop being cute and sexy. Right? Not like when I talk like this instead. Right? So I'm gonna go here. So we have lightning, which means there is something that is needing to take place very quickly. It really does. It needs to take place very quickly. And you must be brave while doing so. You must be open to receiving the proper instruction during this particular journey. You must, right? But you are procrastinating. This thing needs to take place immediately, but you are procrastinating. You are allowing yourself to be silly instead of growing up, right? You need to grow up. That's really what needs to take place. You need to grow up, but you're refusing to do so. And that is why there is also that lightning is your tower moment, because you refuse to grow up. You don't want to do what it is that you need to do to be successful, but you want success in your life. It shows. And you will most definitely be triumphant with whatever your journey is, but you just choose to be very sluggish in doing so. I don't know why you choose to do that. I do not. I myself would choose a different path. And that's exactly what the lightning is telling you. I came here to cause you to take a different path. But you're choosing to remain in a fighting state. Why do you want to remain in a fighting state when all you must do is go forward on your own path? You want to stay behind and fight when all you must do is just get in your lane and go on your path and continue forward without looking back. And you're refusing to do so. Yes, you're refusing to do so. And a lot of you, it has to do with bad habits. That's why you won't move forward, because your bad habits are causing you to remain where you are. Come on, man. SNS wouldn't lie to you about none of this, man. You know SNS wouldn't lie to you. Come on, man. But trying to tell you all the good stuff. You know what you want to do, man? Come on, man. Man. Right. See, I'm back in my homeland. I don't even sound right talking like that no more. Right. So, with that being stated, I gave you three cards, and I told you that you have to get on your journey. Stay there, remain there, don't look back. Don't worry about what someone else is doing, because what someone else is doing has nothing to do with you, and it will not help you on your journey. And you getting off your path to help another isn't going to cause you to be successful either. No, no, no. Lead you not into temptation. And that's what you're allowing. You're allowing yourself to be led into temptation. That's a good thing. So you have to kill your own sluggishness, procrastination, and pride. That's what you must do. Yes. Let's see something from your past. A lot of conflict, right? Conflict. But you seek counsel for your conflict. But guess what you don't do? You don't listen. You ask people for their advice because you seriously want it. But then when they give it to you, you don't take it. You mull it over, but then you don't take it. And that's how you end up with this lightning moment where it's like, look, cut it out. And now stop procrastinating. Stop asking questions and move forward towards whatever your destiny is, right? Now, in your future, balance is coming, but it's a contradiction at this current time because you're not on your correct path. Balance is temporary when you're not on your correct path. That's when the teeter-totter begins to, right, right, because you're not on your correct path. So then your teeter-totter begins to, right, get off balance, right? You know, if you're both of equal weight and you're both standing, you're right there, you're level. But if one lifts their foot up, or another person comes and sit down, right? Well, it gets heavy, right? So what we're gonna do here is understand that in your future, you must remain in a balanced state. You have to remain in your own lane on your own journey in order to remain balanced. Otherwise, it's gonna teeter. It's gonna teeter, right? But then too good, too bad. It's gonna end up being too good or too bad. So you want to balance. But sometimes you don't want to balance. Sometimes you need to deal with too good? And sometimes you need to deal with too bad, right? Not too bad, but sometimes you need to deal with a little good and a little bad. A little extra good and a little extra bad. So you can be resilient, right? When you're dealing with teetering slightly, it teaches you resilience. When you're constantly balanced, meaning you're sheltered from a lot of things, right? When you're sheltered from a lot of things, you're totally balanced. Guess what? You don't learn anything in life, and you don't know how to deal with fluctuations. So you need that too good sometimes and too bad sometimes, just in enough dose to keep you being able to bounce back when there is an issue. Because if you're totally balanced all the time, never going through anything, always sheltered, when something happens, boosh, it's totally bad for you, right? You crash, you burn, you die. So you need to have a slight teeter. Never stay here. It has to slightly. But you must always come back. Because sometimes you must get totally rebalanced so you can handle the teetering, right? Resilience, baby. Resilience, baby. That's what it's all about. Resilience. See, Secret Desires doesn't lie to you. No. I'm a sassy bitch, right? I don't know why he was trying to treat me like I'm not. That's okay. So your future is going to need slight teetering in order to be healthy, is what I'm saying. Right? Because in your past, you were a very hard-headed, right? You didn't listen. You searched out advice, but you didn't want to listen to any of it, right? Yeah, I know Secret Desires gets a little smuggy, right? I throw a little Becky on it, but not that Becky, but a little Becky, right? Because I have to, move between the Berlin, right? But anyway, right. But anyways, I just did a read for you guys, okay? Secret Desires. I'm back at the crib. I'm totally different, aren't I? Back to myself. I'm better for my health. 17 years. I love him. Still do. Always will. Maybe he'll get right one day. Just because I'm marrying a prince, well, king now, doesn't mean, he gonna know how to act either after a few years. We'll see. The saga continues with Secret Desires. Yo, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Right. Let me have the switch. Let me have the switch again. Right. I'm a creature of habit. That's what's up with me. I'm a creature of habit. Right. I always return to the scene of the crime. That's what's wrong with me. That's why I stay going to jail. I stay returning to the scene of the crime. Right. And don't you get me out. But that's not right. So, sometimes you need to go and have a sit down with yourself, right? You gotta have a sit down with yourself. Don't worry about me. Worry about yourself. Yeah, I did 7 years, I told you, but I was a youngin' when I did 7 years, right? Me and him had just met, right? I did 7 years, right? He was a counselor. But don't worry about me and him. Worry about yourself, man. You're too busy, right? You're too busy being in my business. Desires, man.